Well, what about some complicated uncels, I hear you ask? Okay, so instead of simply bringing the volume down and then coming back in with norot tone again in the kawitan, we can do something called nyogchug, which is a kind of a leapfrogging sequence. It's got two different patterns. One of them for when you're staying on the same pokok note coming up, and a different pattern for traveling to a new note. So in this case, because we'll be dong, 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 dang, that means we're staying on dong a number of times. I'll show you the ngubeng or stationary pattern. We start on that note, because that will be the gong tone, skip up and back, skip down and back. And that's the whole sequence. So it's actually dong and again, dong, but we have to start with that note. So in practice, it's gong, dong, dong. Remember, we're not finished until we get back to there. Now, it's a little confusing because we play that whole pattern before the jublug players. They play this first one with us, dong, and then dong. So it's like we're telling them what to play, dong. Now the moving pattern. You know we want to move to deng. The moving pattern involves 3 keys. We play the eventual goal tone first, but then step down and then skip back to it. So they're all cells of 4 hits. And that is the whole moving sequence. And then we use the moving sequence to get to here. Again here, deng, back to dong. And if we're in the kawitan, our next goal tone is down here. And that will be the same spot we'd like to let that note ring on the kampu. So it's got the same effect of and let it ring. It ends at the same spot. So here's the whole sequence. In fact, we've got a little here we go and gong. That is here we go and gong. So coming in from before that, gong, loud drums. They want to put in the break, loud drums. We're in the kawitan. So we put in the break as before, gong, po. Imagine that one, forget that. Here we go, and gong, staying in the same spot twice. Up a step, 3 in a row and a skip. Down a step, and dong, up a step. Dang, down a step. Dong, down a skip. Dong, start again, late, gong. Okay, hopefully that made sense when we went gong, dong, dong, 3 in a row, dang. So the jublug doesn't play until dong, the end of our cell. Dang, dong, dong, and gong. So that's nyogchug. We can also use that in the pengachet, but what we'll end up doing, if it starts here, is gong, dong, because it's mostly the same. Oh hell, that was wrong. Gong, dong, up a step, 3 in a row, dang, dong, dang, but down a step, ding, and our next entry's here, ding, dang, and so on. Now, really fun thing for the pangawak slow middle section is a technique that I refer to as luangan because it sounds like gamelan luangan to me. Disclaimer, my teacher says, no, it's not really luangan. Luangan's different, but he didn't give me another name. So for now, we're going to call it luangan with air quotes. And what we're doing, we're following that same pokok, but we've got a much more complicated staying still pattern and then another moving pattern. It's all bouncy off the beat and quite suspended. So I'm just going to show you starting here. Remember, we're in the pengawak, so it's dong, 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 dang, dong, dang, dong, ding, and then dang, starting after gong. 4, 5, 6, 7, gong. Boop. Dong. Boop. Dong. So that's the whole staying still pattern. Again, 4, 5, 6, 7 with gong. Open and closed strokes. Closed, open, closed, open, closed, open, dip down. It's interesting because we play that last note of the sequence after the third jublug hit. Listen again. Ready? And dong, dong, dong. So that was dong. It's like we confirm their note is correct and play one note after it. And that's the twisty thing about this style. So we're not finished with that sequence until after the third dong. Now we can look at the moving pattern. We're heading to here, and once again, it uses these three notes, but instead of simply being gong, it's going to play the top two turning around and then skip and step up. And that third note is really late. So it's dong dong, boop, dang, and then down a step, same shape. Dong, up a step again. Dang, down a step again. Boop. Dong, down a step to ding. Boop. Ding, up a skip to dang, which gets us to the gong tone of gong. Now the staying still pattern here. Dang, dang, up a step. Boop. Dung, back down. Boop. Dang, up a step. Boop. Dung, down a step. Boop. Dang, down a step. Once again, as I was saying before, it's hard to keep a track of where you're up to. Boop. Skip up. Boop, because it's so slow. Gong. Boop. Dung. Boop. Dung. Up a step. Boop. Dung. Boop. Back down. Boop. Dung. Up. Boop. Dung. Boop. Dung. Boop. Down a step. Dang. And back down another step, and we're back to gong. How do we get out of it? Good question. Boop. If the drums are loud, this style doesn't like being loud, is a good way to think of it. Boop. So if we're loud, it's the signal telling the cheng-chengs to get ready. Boop. We're actually just going to let the last tone, which will be ding in this case, play on the beat. Boop. Dong. Dong. On the beat and change technique back to null toll. Gong late entry. Boop. Dang. It's loud with the cheng-chengs like before. Up a step and back. Dung, boop. Dang, boop. Dung, boop. Dang, boop. And let it ring on and beat, and soft. Gong. And then we just continue on and on like that. Cool, they're all the fancy young cells.